Oh, hey everybody, welcome. We're going live and I totally was waiting for the music, but there's no music. Happy
He
Thursday, which
literally said, "Just go raw."
we
Yeah.
we did. Oh, wait, there we go. Slime
Damn
joke.
that.
Sorry. We just
You need
pissed
to
off
you need to pay
just
attention.
pissed off Reddit. Damn it.
Hold on. I'm not allowed to laugh or giggle.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to giggle.
No, it's
We
cringeworthy, and we already lost the guy that
Yeah.
only was able to watch a
Oh, well.
minute of the last video.
yeah, unfortunately.
Well,
Sorry for that
congratulations
guy.
for almost 600 other people that saw. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we're obviously, we like to poke fun at comments like that. Obviously, it's not that we don't like feedback. We appreciate feedback, but when the only thing you offer is goblin/cretin humor, it just kind of tempts us to do more goblin/cretin humor. But without us being petty here to open up on Thursday, JuvEssentials. We've got some things to talk about. Obviously, if you haven't seen it yet, take a look at it. The Joao Mario deal. We made a video on it. We kind of dove into it. No jokes, kind of a serious dive into that besides the first 5 seconds. We broke it down tactically, and yes, we know Gatti and Cabal were switched up on there. It's, again, not that big of a deal. I don't know. Some folks got frustrated with that. It is what it is. It's a mistake. I didn't realize, it was that big of a mistake, but
It literally
again,
wasn't a mistake. I just said, like, hey, this is just like preseason lineup. It's like placeholders.
it is, it is what it is, right? Semantics, tomato.
Anyways,
but
it doesn't matter. Watch that fucking video.
Watch it.
Do it. It's good because if you haven't already, well, you're kind of missing out because we're going to kind of carry that conversation today with you guys, the chat, doing it live. So
Exactly.
Oh, and trust me, we will get tactical boards out again, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, but I'll bring mine up so I can fix my defensive line. With, I mean, not to mention two of the guys I had in that fucking back line are still injured and can't play.
I messed up. I snickered. Darn it! I need to keep it. I need to keep a straight face. No laughing this stream.
So,
but anyways, where do we want to start? Where do we want to start?
Quick and tight. Quick and tight tonight, guys. We should start with telling people to like and subscribe.
So much goblin humor there. But obviously, yes.
What does that even fucking mean?
I don't know. Goblin/cretin humor. I don't know. That's interesting. But anyways, though, let's kick it off. What's the first thing? What's the first topic here?
All right, let's Frankie, you here? Have you made the chat?
I don't think so. I think he's getting plastered out of his mind.
For all the news. Okay,
Frankie?
so yeah, haven't you heard? Gatti's boy, he's here till 2030. Yeah, I guess whatever, stupid cookies. Doesn't matter. It is a 3.1 plus. There are bonuses attached for 5 years, 2030 for Federico Gatti.
How much?
So 3.1 with some bonus. It doesn't say what the bonuses are, but there are bonuses attached.
I don't know. I have like a question really that I'm kind of curious, and I kind of want people in the comments and on the thing to kind of answer to, just because it's like a mixed review. Like, is there an issue with renewing him? Like, I don't understand the issue with renewing him at 3 mil.
Is there an issue?
There is a huge amount of folks on Twitter and other facets of social media. Well, okay, fine, fair enough. But I kind of want someone, if there's someone that's like listening in right now, or someone that will listen into this, like, can we explain what the issue is paying him $3 million a year for the next 5 years, where you have, again, if you get better center backs, you have a solid rotational piece. And again, he's 26. I think he could grow into the role as well. Well, he was 26, but I think he could grow into the role, because center backs tend to peak out around 29, 30, 31 years old is usually when they hit their stride. So I think we have him locked up at $3 million a season at that amount into his prime. So am I saying that, he's a world-class center back? No, I think my scope for him is different. I think he offers some things that are good. I think he does a lot of things that are bad as well. And maybe you guys in the chat can sit here and say you're absolutely insane that you're offering him $3 million a season, but I don't know, because I just don't understand why people are kind of mad about him being extended and capped at $3 million a season. Am I missing something here? Do you guys?
Absolutely doesn't make sense. Look,
So
3
is it
million.
I just
3
want to make
million for. Oh, sorry, Dave. You
no,
go.
just quick comparison. Give me a player to compare to, and I'll bring up some numbers in the past. I'm thinking Bonucci.
Yeah, do Bonucci,
Bonucci.
Chiellini,
Okay,
those
we'll bring
guys.
those all up. Dave, go ahead with your thought.
Yeah. No, honestly, for us, like every million is important, or every like hundred of thousands that we can save is a lot for us because we are piss poor right now. But in overall football terms, a 3 million salary is nothing these days in football. And for a player that started the whole season for you, or he was in and out like at the end of the season, a couple of injuries and all of that, but he was the starter in the first half. And the season before that with Allegri, Allegri used him very heavily. And for a player where he came from and he hustled himself into the team and made himself like a perennial like fighter for the starting 11, that deserves 3 million. And that's not a lot of money to pay for a player like that.
No.
So, Leonardo
So
Bonucci.
it doesn't even make sense.
Leonardo Bonucci, when he was 27, that's roughly his 2014-15. So he was making 2014 3.4 adjusted to 4. And then the next year after that, he got his raise to 6.9 adjusted, 5.6 at the time. So I like to compare with Bonucci personally because he, although was a very serviceable center back, he did a lot better when somebody like Chiellini, when the BBC was around,
Yep.
right? He was more of that support center back. And that's where people really brag on Gatti a lot, because when he's left alone, he doesn't have that full, complete defender profile, but he has that. And we saw when Bonucci lost his support, when the BBC broke up and he was alone, we got, I guess, sometimes worse results even from him. So I say this is very on point if we just go back in history with this one example. Benatea.
Yeah.
Okay, we can put Benatea.
Maybe Benatia, yeah. No, but the hate doesn't make sense. It's not a lot of money. It's a player in his prime years. It's a player that has been a servant to the club. That, by the way, started as a captain for Thiago Motta. Don't forget that. Now he made a lot of wrong decisions, but Gatti, in our opinion, like was maybe the best guy for that, because like he had that blue collar, like hardworking DNA in him. And we hoped that that would translate best onto the pitch and to catch the other players as well with that intensity. But yeah, like maybe he wasn't. Look, he's not an elite center back. Like we don't need to kid ourselves with that. But he's serviceable, and for a player that has been serviceable for 2 years, even made him captain, and that is a hard worker and doesn't complain when he sits on the bench. Dude, 3 million is nothing for that. So,
And same,
whatever the reasons for the hate are.
looking at Mehdi Benatea here, I mean, he came in as a veteran. Going back, his weight, when he got his jump, it went from 1.9 up to 5.5.
Rugani would be interesting because Rugani is a similar-ish level player, right? Like always serviceable, always there when you need him. Not one of the greatest ones, but
jumps.
But my guess is
current contract 3.7.
Well,
now that's previous management. I understand.
That's previous management, but now tell me that Gatti wouldn't, in technical terms, deserve more than Rugani right now. So, yeah,
I think it's fair, man. I can't really argue with that.
Yeah, it's just like, cause like here, I'll quote him. So Ali from BZ tweeted, "We watch a player not being good enough, and we award them with more money." Unreal Club. Like, is he really getting paid that much more from what he was?
And also we had that combo just for a handful of games. Maybe not even.
Yeah, that's not a good sample size. But like seriously though, like is it that much? Like for example, when his initial contract was there, it was a prospect player when he came in.
Honestly,
2.6.
I know we have to talk about this, but I genuinely think we spent way too much time on this because this is just a dumb debate.
It
It
is
is.
kind of
No, it
dumb.
is.
Whoever
Yeah.
I
out
just
there
again, I just
thinks
wanted to
that
open it and
this is
see.
overpaying or whatever.
Yeah, and
There's
again, it's not.
absolutely no issue.
We think it's dumb. Clearly, other people don't. But here, Gatti was making 2.6. Obviously, he just signed, so it's not updated. They projected him to go up to 5.7.
And
Yep.
people are bitching.
So that's
about
the
3.
algorithm. I mean, take it for what it is, but
Yeah, people are bitching about 3. Average starting center back salary is $6 million net. So like,
it's not that
Ali,
bad.
Ali, chill the hell out, dude. It's not your money.
Okay, that's Gatti.
Next topic.
Get through that.
Yep.
Oh man. Bangula, the banger. So he does move on.
I think he was sold. I think he was sold too soon.
Trust
Yeah.
me. Trust me, I will watch Bangula a lot now.
Oh, I think he'll do well at Bremen.
And he'll be a starter. For
absolutely.
10 million.
That's what he wanted.
For 10 million, honestly.
Mhm.
A club like Werder Bremen that is fighting mid-table, like in the last couple of years, also like once got relegated, fought themselves back up, and now are trying to push like into those European spots, like the 7-ish range.
Mhm.
For them, 10 million, it's a huge amount of money, man. Like we are crying about a player like 3 million salary, like just a minute ago. But dude, Bangula for them is a huge investment for 10 plus 2 or whatever the bonuses are.
It is too.
He will be their starting winger, man. And I'm genuinely excited to watch him in the Bundesliga use his speed and with a head coach, by the way, they brought from the second Bundesliga that killed my Hertha Berlin team, I think, with 8 goals to 2 or whatever, like in the 2 games we played versus them. Like, very, honestly, the Zerbi-esque style. Like, very quick build up from defense to offense, very vertical, high speed style of football. And that will be perfect for him. So I'm genuinely excited to watch it.
So again, I kind of want to talk about this and get the chat's perspective on it. A lot of people throwing hands up in the air, right, about this whole thing.
I'm not a fan of it.
I don't like, for example, I could understand more of a loan with an obligation or an option to buy for 15 to 20. I don't like that we sold him, but the issue is your coach has made it clear that we're not going to use him, which means teams will lowball you. And what's the point of keeping him on your roster if there's no intent to use him?
If you don't play him, the value just keeps decreasing. That's the problem. Like
Yeah.
you could have loaned him, but my guess is like we are dependent on cash right now, and we will loan. Trust me, we will loan a ton of players still, and that's the problem. Is my guess.
Speaking of cash, so I talked with Sal last night because a lot of people were kind of misinterpreting the whole deal and the whole capital investment stuff. So he will be joining us to do a finance video. He said he wants to wait until the end of the transfer market, and then he'll actually break down what is on the actual capital investment sheet for this season, what's going to be next. And he's like, he wants to do it because he's getting pissed off that a lot of people are misreporting on the financial structure of a lot of these deals. So like Sal messaged me last night at like 2 a.m. and he's like,
well, that's like
dude,
11.
Yeah. And he's like, dude, I love Sal. So Sal's going to cook on that video. Sal's going to do it. We're going to wait until the end of the transfer market because he says, again, what am I going to cover? Just the Joao, Mario, and the Bangula. So he said he's going to wait until all the deals are done through, and then he's going to come in and we're going to do a super financial collab because I think it's needed. Because a lot of people are misrepresenting this deal because they're like, this deal is being paid in 4 installments.
Yes.
But for this year financially, the 12 counts as a profit for this summer.
Okay, that's interesting. I was not aware of that. So that's that was a concern I had too, right? Like how much liquidity does that actually give? And I guess
I will quote what Sal sent me last night.
As a deal, it gives you the full flexibility, basically. Like whatever you earn as a profit is what you
It's written down on the books, but like money isn't an actual physical thing.
So I'm quoting Sal on this one. Love you, buddy. So Sal says this may be paid in installments, but you recognize it in the books as an upfront cost. And then he says, and then also just to clarify, by effectiveness of capital, I mean cash on hand. It's not Juve's issue. Financial fair play restraints are, and that's what's blocking Mercado. So instant plus Valenza helps it. Not saying that I like that we're in this position, but the installation payments are not the issue, he said.
Okay.
So it's not cash on hand. So again, he really wants to clarify it to folks that don't understand it. It's not cash on hand that is Juve's issue. It is the financial fair play restraints saying that you need to have positive balances on your sheets. Yep. And again, I believe he works for Oak Tree too. So ironically, he works for the financial firm that owns Inter. So he's not just some random jobber from the street, guys. So
no, he works. He's legit. He works for an accounting firm.
Yeah, so he's a beast when it comes to numbers. So it's Juve's issue, and the reason why our markets have been butt cheeks for the last couple seasons is because it's not cash on hand. It's being able to show that we're making money, and not selling well or not being able to liquidate assets to turn a profit has been killing us for the past couple of seasons, and it's going to continue to kill us for the next couple seasons until we can show a different way to generate revenue. Thank you for
all right. I can't wait for that
talk.
Can't wait for that. Actually, that's great. Hopefully, I got my numbers yesterday correct. How I interpret that? Did he mention anything?
No, he said you were good.
No. By the way, like we have the official PDF out if you want to go into that, because
that was last year. That was last year's.
No, sorry. I mean the Joao Mario because of yesterday.
Oh, the official. Yes. Yeah. We're gonna get into that a bit. I'm getting rid of the fluff, if you will.
Oh,
right. Let's go. Yeah.
So Banger's gone. All right. Israel. Remember that guy? You know how hard it is to search a guy's name up named Israel in today's day and age?
Oh yeah.
You with the gremlin humor. Damn it, David.
And then I giggled, so I'm a piece of shit for
you're a douche. Okay. Go on.
So, Sporting is selling him to Torino for $4 million. We have a 50% selling clause, so we're getting an extra $2 million. But put it in the books.
Take that.
Take it.
Another financial capital gains, slowly but surely. We're going to invest it in some of the most stupid players ever. But
yeah, like Jadon Sancho, as Eddie's saying, and that's a good point.
I genuinely didn't hear anything about that for a while. I honestly think
can we shut the door on that? That was a bargaining chip for Francisco Conceição. That's all that was.
No, and also maybe one for Sancho, but I don't think that there's any.
Oh, it died off.
Yeah,
I don't think that's happening. No. We can go to bed on that one.
No. Yeah. But I mean the fact that you look at some people, some players, what they get paid, and then you get mad at. We're done. We're moving on from that.
Move on. No more
this is going to get people mad as well. So let's just stay pissed off. Moretti, possibly now going to Napoli.
That's catastrophic in my opinion.
This Valenza.
I still think that's catastrophic.
I don't want to see him go either.
It's not even like a matter of like. It's just if you're going to sell him and you have to liquidate him, you do not liquidate him in your own league without the ability to recapture him.
No, you don't. But my thing is, it seems like the management wants to blow it up, and by blow it up means selling all our cheap assets.
It's the same as last year, just a different regime.
It's the same situation, exactly. Different regime, same situation. We blow up or sell like our cheap assets that we can get rid of. Like there's interest for those players, right?
There is.
Like on Costa, it was maybe because he was a Portuguese player, so there was only like Portuguese clubs. Maybe like outside of Portugal, they other teams maybe didn't monitor.
Yeah, but the other thing too to kind of add in on that, Portuguese fullbacks are a premium right now because, like for example, Nuno Mendes, Joao Cancelo, Costa might being able, and again, guys, say what you want about Joao Cancelo, but Joao Cancelo did have some good spurts as a fullback. Same thing with Nuno Mendes right now.
He was great. I don't get the Cancelo hate. He was great, man, and he was great for multiple teams. Even on his loan spell at Bayern, he was good. He had assistant goals. For us, he was good. For Manchester City, he fucking cooked, man. Like, and also the one season where he was on loan, right, to Barcelona.
Yeah,
Like he was good, man. I don't get the hype. Like he was the traditional. Oh, sorry, not the traditional. The new form of a wing back. Just a couple of years earlier, like we have so many like wing backs these days that play his style. And he was one of the first ones to do it, man.
Yeah, and again, I think again, Portuguese fullbacks people are going to try to purchase them just because of right now the current trajectory. And then Costa had some decent showings as well. So you essentially switched to Portuguese fullback for a fullback. Right. But kind of going back to the whole thing about the whole blowing it up concept, right? Where I get it and it don't get it at the same time. Right? Because to effectively blow it up, you would need to liquidate assets that aren't going to make it or aren't going to be sustainable in what you're planning to do long term. You selling off young prospects doesn't show to me long-term sustainability unless you're replenishing them with young prospects that can play in the system that you want, which again concerns me because then you're thinking about keeping Tudor long-term, which I still am 100% convinced that is a catastrophic mistake as a club. If you're going to do that, because the only way you're going to cycle in young prospects into a Tudor team is if they play or they do the way that Tudor wants, and Tudor's style is a specific style. And when he gets sacked, and it is inevitable that he will get sacked, you're going to be stuck with young prospects that you're going to complete this cycle of selling them for 5 to 6 million over and over and over again, because not that many people want to hear this, but the only coach that we have had in recent turnaround that has been great at turning these youth players into something decent currently manages the team in Milan right now.
No, but he was the worst, remember?
Because out of all of your young prospects, the ones that got the most resale value were the ones that played under him. Because the only player that Mr. Motta only broke through was Sammy, and guess how much Mbengula got? 12 million plus bonuses.
And I think he was better than Illing, and it's...
Yeah, and Illing got 17. So...
what does that say? I don't like that, so I don't like it.
So you're telling me Giuntoli was the better seller?
Apparently better than Comoli right now, based off of what you've seen from the body of work. But
they're both just fire sailing it, though, and whatever
they are. And this is what's again irritating me a little bit is that English tax. That's funny. It's irritating me a little bit because they're so desperate on purchasing players that they want that they're selling the farm system to do it.
Just like
and then now you have no farm system when it inevitably it will fuck up.
This is our problem. This is honestly the problem.
It will mess up. It will mess up.
Because Juve has this like win now, have to get at least top 4.
And that's what's irritating me.
It's hard. Yeah, because we want the rebuild. We want the proper rebuild. And these are further signs. I mean, if this does go through with Moretti, but certainly with Mbengula here, it shows where the management, the direction they're going.
Because what is the point of this where we barely qualify for top 4, we sack a coach, and then we start retooling a team again to get to this coach so he could draw out their potential and blah, 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 blah. Honestly, the alternative for me would have been you hired in Palladino, you kept your younger players, and you sucked for a season.
That's what I would have liked most.
We're going to suck for at least 2 more seasons.
We're going to suck for at least 3 if this is the current process that we want to do.
Okay, so I'll silver lining that, though, because the deals, the purchases that we've made, at least so far. Free transfer, David. I mean, Joao Mario, we made money on this deal. Right? Like, at least we're not going dropping 50, 60 plus on a Douglas Luiz, a Koopmeiners. At least there's balance in that regard.
Because we can't afford those big moves. That's why. I don't think we can, because all of those moves are like a good chunk of the Gentile moves are loans with obligations. That's why we can't do that this season, because those are hitting us this year, not last year.
And that's a good point. Yeah, we were paying, I think it was 111 million.
Yeah. So Gentile effectively screwed you this summer as well.
Yeah, he did.
Because here's the thing, right? Like, I would have totally been fine if you got a younger coach. You brought in, like, for example, some of the players that you loaned, and you let them try to figure out a way to get onto the team and not doing a single transfer. Because next season, at the end of next season, Duson's off the books, and the most expensive player on your roster would be Koopmeiners and Douglas Luiz, effectively. And then you would have a season under Palladino, and you see what happens out of it. Do you keep them? Do you move them? Etc. And no, Chiesa would have not made us good. Can we please stop talking about Chiesa?
Let's just see what he does this year.
So
let's
just to go through the players where the obligations got triggered this season: Di Gregorio, Kalulu, Lloyd Kelly, unfortunately, after his brilliant half-season spell. So that's 3. And Continassa wasn't alone, so no. But Nico Gonzalez as well. So those 4 players are hitting the books right now, just from the loans with obligations.
Yeah, because the only thing that hit the books last summer was Koopmeiners for 60.
Yep.
That was the only thing that hit on the book. So,
and that's as well, and that one as well. Like, it's not the 59 like we paid there. It hits you in the books like every season. Like, look for Atalanta, it was 59, and whatever they paid for him, the difference, that was their profit. So for them on their books, that whatever the difference is the profit. Yeah. And for us, it hits us whatever we would pay as installments per season. So the selling club always has the benefit in those deals, basically, because the difference is the profit, and the other club, whatever you negotiate as installments, and then also the player's salary, that is what is hitting you in the books then for the next 4, 5, 6 years, or however long the contract is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
and
agree
that is also, sorry, just to add to that, because we never talk about amortization fees and all of that. Like, whatever you pay per season is what got like amortized. The salary and the transfer value.
What do you mean we never talk? We always talk about it.
No, we do, but but not enough, because people still out there don't understand it. Like, whatever you pay for the transfer and the salary is in your book for the duration of the contract, and whatever you pay within a year of installment is what you amortize, basically, and that's then 0 for the next one. And I don't have a good example on hand right now, but I think you get the idea.
All right, we got to bring another David into the chat here.
Do we?
Yeah, because German Dave says he knows the DL. Something's fishy. This is a guy, we're going to talk to him because Juve heavily linked, especially last year. Bale kind of got quiet. Then all of a sudden, this happens and people start losing their mind. What's going on? Why aren't we looking into David Honchko? Yeah. He's going to Al Nassr. No, he's not. He's going to Atleti.
Yeah.
German Dave.
So we got, and here we go. The deal was done, basically. He was supposed to meet at the start of this week or last weekend. Supposed to meet the Al Nassr delegation and the players and all of that in Austria in the training camp. So Al Nassr traveled from Saudi Arabia to Austria, because it's too hot there for training camp. Guess what? And made their training camp in Austria. And turns out they forgot about the player. No one greeted him. Like, no meetings. They didn't know he was there. And he already sold his house. So he was living nearby at the hotel where the training camp is, until they traveled back to Saudi Arabia. So that was the plan from there, to travel with the team and take everything basically with them, and his wife as well on top of that, being, was it 6 or 7 months pregnant? And turns out they, weren't interested for him. So that year collapsed. Neither he didn't want it, and then they said, "All right, if you don't want it, you don't want it." And the crazy part about it, like Feyenoord already like were thinking about those 30 or 35 million they were getting, so they already counted with that money and wanted to use that for the transfer window. And they said, "Hey, we love you, we welcome you back, but that money is hitting us, man. Like, we kind of were looking forward to that because we needed that." And yeah, the team that then jumped into the ring was Atletico. I believe gave them this exact same money that
30 as opposed to
that
33, so they got a bit of a deal.
a bit of a discount. Okay, so that's without the Saudi Arabia tax.
Yeah.
And then basically got a deal quickly done with Atletico.
Which makes sense, right?
Which is a good deal for Atletico now, honestly.
Yeah, they can obviously go in a little bit cheaper. Like, okay, you need the money. You already had it spent, essentially. I mean, yeah, give us a bit of a deal. We'll give you the money right now. Atleti jumps on it. Why is he not coming to Juve? Is this just 2 doors in now, and he's just not a 2-door guy? Why did he fall off our radar?
I think it was plainly the money. Like, we
I think it's a
can't
little bit of both.
right now just put 30 on the table. Is my
No,
guess.
but
And the deal with Al Nassr was supposedly done for weeks now. They were just waiting to formalize everything and do the medical and all of that. So it was kind of done. Like, they had the agreement on contract and all of that. So it's hard to hijack a deal that was basically done. And then something unforeseen like that happens. And I don't know how quickly you can, but that's again maybe a story because literally like a couple of days later, everything with Atletico was done. So maybe there was like agent to agent talks and all of that stuff. And
backup
yeah,
plans.
we
don't
know. We
gonna
don't know.
have that,
But yeah, still, like, that guy would be incredible, man. I mean, just look at this backline here.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is like we mentioned earlier, you have 100 and some million against the books this summer, and you need to reduce that to have a proper
I
profit
mean,
margin.
he would look incredibly here in this lineup.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
No,
if
he
you
would.
take one of these up. But yeah.
Look, just saying.
Molina or Vasquez? Vasquez
The
is
only
34.
the only way I could look at Molina is if Atletico takes Dusan off your hands.
Yeah, I don't think he's a cheap option.
That's
never
the
had to.
only way that works.
Which
Would
I
I
mean,
take?
possibly
No,
could work.
the problem is Vlahovic doesn't have any value anymore, so nobody's interested in him. Like,
Yeah.
the teams, for example, Aston Villa's interested, but only if Juventus terminates the contract, so they just basically
Purchase him for free.
Yeah, get him for free. Like, nobody wants to pay for him and then pay his salary as well. And yeah, like, from those options, I would take Molina. He's in his prime, 27 years old. He had a decent tenure with Atletico. He's a world champ, and I believe was the starter for Argentina. Plays also like classical wingback, but I don't think now that we got Joao Mario that we will splash another 20 on this position.
No,
honestly, because it's Atletico, you'd have to pay 25 to 30, something like that.
you're not going to splash on that position regardless. I just think this team has way too many fullbacks to begin with.
No, you're not going to splash. So let's get into the whole cost Mario swap. Talk about Weah with that as well, because, well, to the point, Weah is essentially on his way out, or they're trying to. They're trying to move him on. And that's where the talk is right now. Oh, well, Costa can't be a starter. Well, he wants to be. He wants to prove himself to be. If you've read or seen any of the interviews.
That's kind of my issue with like people's thoughts on that, because it's like you have a player that's willing to stay in and ball out to be a starter. Don't you want that?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you make the position competitive. If I have four fullbacks and all four of them want to compete for starting minutes, why the hell would I sell one of them?
Because there was the opportunity to get a player into that and win some money out of it.
Who?
That's the benefit of the deal. Otherwise, like imagine the right side with Alberto and Joao Mario, and up front like Conceição. That would be incredible for me if Mario and Alberto were the two guys there on the right side. But that deal got only realized because they wanted Alberto. So that's just a sacrifice. Of course, like ideally you do want to have both, because like you said, like you need competition in football, and the only way to keep that up is having a deep roster of players that are competing for the positions.
And national team positions. Those two would be competing for Portuguese fullback spots.
Nobody would compete for that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like Portugal's like fullback are
yeah, probably not. Well, Costa still, he would be on the under 23 though. Maybe make that team.
You get the gist of it though.
Yeah. You want them competing.
Unlike Chiesa riding on a bench.
Like Vlahovic.
Yeah.
Oh, Fiorentina players like Nico Gonzalez. So, if you haven't yet, we'll remind you we did a whole video on Joao.
Yeah,
Mario.
maybe on the right side, I may take it back. On the right side, I think you can fight for it. Like Diogo Dalot's not very good at Manchester United, and Semedo still like is the backup to that. So maybe you can force off Diogo Dalot if you're a proper guy. But left side with Nuno Mendes is he holds that down.
Yeah, you're not getting over Nuno Mendes.
Yeah,
that's a given.
It's going to be replaced by Ronaldo's son, and it's going to be LeBron 2.0.
You really think Ronaldo's son will be a fullback?
No, because he drinks Coca-Cola.
No.
He won't be a football player at all. He's too fat.
No, his dad won't let him.
What a life as a child.
I think he'll be a physical specimen. I don't think he'll be anything close to his dad.
Absolutely.
I've seen the clips of him. I'm like, holy hell, man! Because like even Ronaldo was saying, like at my age, he's like,
dude, for a teenager, dude.
Yeah, he is built, dude. He like if he keeps his body healthy, that kid will be insane. There's two things he needs. Two things: health, hunger. If he's healthy and if he's focused, that kid is going to be insane. You watch him with the under 15s, he is twice their size. Like Ronaldo's kid is a freaking I don't know if Ronaldo picked that woman to have his kid because of genetics or something like that. If he was like trying to build a kid or something like that, genetic engineering.
Like Lover Ball, who picked his wife to have the great genetics, and now all his kids.
He would be the one.
Hey, you know Ronaldo would do something like that. Like, like you know he is that kind of dude.
Oh yeah.
Because like that was back in like 2009, 2010. You think how that guy will not have a Coke bottle in his press conference? You think he's not sitting there looking at potential surrogates for like, she has this trait, this trait, this trait? Like, come on, Ronaldo's totally doing something like that.
I didn't know robots could have sex, but here we go. This is what you get. Ronaldo's son. What's his name?
Yeah,
Ronaldo's son. Does he have a name?
It's the same thing. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. The same name. That's how you know it was a Project Ronaldo.
This is a clone, like a test tube clone, but with re-edited genes. Gotta be. It's still Ronaldo at heart.
I guess we'll see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just cheater.
It's funny.
You guys, some people need to just be more creative with their names.
Hey, boiled chicken, if you go for fitness, is not terrible if you put a proper sauce on.
Yeah.
The sauce is what ruins it, though. Just don't hate your life. Have the goddamn thigh. Salt and pepper the bitch out of that.
Salt and pepper.
Not
Not
like protein in them thighs.
Why does Kamoli look like Arsene Wenger with less hair and glasses?
He's not a very attractive gentleman. If that's
could you like do a side by side of Kamoli and Wenger?
Honestly, Juntuli at least like gave us decent pictures, right? Like with these presentations.
He has like that psychopathic clown smile.
Yeah. But he always had that like in all the images and everything.
Did I get both of them together? No, we're not getting both of them together.
Just do a picture of Arsene Wenger, and you're spelling Arsene wrong. It's
It auto corrected me. That's probably why. Dr. Arnie Wagner. That's probably part of it.
Yeah.
Where's the S?
There you go.
Arsene. There you go.
Arsene Wenger.
You gotta have the one where he's doing the creepy smile like Kamoli. Just type in Arsene Wenger creepy smile.
This one?
No.
This one?
Creepy
smile.
Nope.
No, it's a close-up shot.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right, German Dave?
This one?
I know the one.
There's a lot of.
No, they're
the one on your left.
This one.
No, yeah, something like that. But that's extended, right?
No,
it's
not
that.
No, the actual one is a meme on Instagram. So.
Okay, spend too much
time.
Yeah,
but anyways, yeah.
Way too much time.
anyways.
So official announcement.
I think it's a French dude thing.
Yeah, I mean the women are hot. I've always felt bad for a French woman because like they're hot, but then the men are.
Yeah.
Really?
You know.
Never met a French girl.
Oh, buddy, you missed something.
Well, you thought Colombians were good. Let me tell you.
No, they're not good. They're just toxic.
Some people like that, like especially if you're Jeff.
Especially if you're Balkan.
Cheers.
It's gosh, Sal sent me a Balkan video. I died laughing. But anyways, what do we got for the next topic?
I mean, we've been trying to talk about the swap, Joao Mario.
Here are the numbers. I even have them ready.
How come you got the English one? I click on it on the English page and it gives me the Italian one.
You just better just get good.
This is how I found it.
But then at the bottom here, it's funny. So at the bottom, it's in English, like the titles. It says Investor Relations and Press Office. That part's in English, but the actual write-up's in Italian.
For me, the link is juventus.com/en/news. And I just clicked on that one.
I know. It's just fucked me off.
That one gave me the PDF.
That just fucked me off. Whatever, no big deal. It's fine, Juve.
Right. Juventus Football Club SPA announces that an agreement with Porto FC for the definitive acquisition of the registration rights of the player Joao Mario Neto Lopez has been reached for a consideration of 11.4 million. So it's a bit cheaper than we initially thought. Payable in 4 financial years.
Oh, look, we get to pay in 4 years too.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
With the addition of ancillary costs up to 1.2 million.
Yeah, financially it's a good deal. On the books it comes on as 11.1. Yeah, 11.4
is and then, divided by 4.
No, I think we're paying. Is that no? I think it comes out as 11.4 this season, even though it's payable in 4 years.
No. Well, we lost the financial.
Sal.
Yeah.
No, I think with how I understand, for Porto it's 11.4 right now, and then the rest being profit or whatever. But I think he was a youth prospect, so it's 11.4 profit for Porto as well. And for us, how I understand, 11.4 divided by 4, that's what we pay annually.
3.5.
And the rest of that is the salary, like divided by however long the contract is.
And that is how Italians do their books. When they sell it, they get all their money. When they're buying, they split it up on the book.
Yeah.
how it works. I don't know. It is Italy.
Yeah, it's not much of a. I mean, like I'm trying to phrase it properly because it's like, for example, it's not like, oh my god, this is a steaming hot pile of shit for a move. It's not. You're effectively trading a raw fullback for a more seasoned one that's on an off season. I think again, not Alberto, but Joao Mario has potential to be better. He could be, maybe he will be. It's not like, for example, anything where I'm throwing my arms up in air because it's like the Timmy Weah deal, right? Where it's not anything that you lose your mind about because I think there's so much. Yes, Vinny, if it is on the books payable in 16 years, it would still be on the books for 16 years. But I don't know, right? Like, for example, getting fullbacks or having like good fullbacks, like I get that, but like we don't know what our forwards are, we don't know what our center backs are. I'm not 100% convinced that our wing play is going to be good. Like, there's a lot of things where it's just like I'm not a fullback. Like, having like an incredible fullback piece is not the make or break for your team. It's right now evaluating what the spine of your lineup is, and I don't know what it is. The only thing that I know that's for sure is Thuram. That is the only for sure piece on this roster that I know that, okay, it's going to be a good piece long term. Look, I mean, it might piss people off, but I'm still kind of questionable about Yildiz. Is Yildiz going to give you the production that you need at someone at that star power at that level, right? Where is Yildiz going to give you 15 and 10, 20 and 10 a season? Like, can he do that for you? Can he produce that for you? Because, like, for example, say what you want about Yamal, but Yamal didn't have a good productive season this year either. It was 9 and 13. But again, he's really good and he's a kid. But for what this team needs right now, the only backbone that you have that's solid is going to be Thuram. Bremer, if he comes back 90% of what he was. Digre, you got to give hats off to Digre. So that's 3 players. I don't know about Jonathan David, to be honest with you. He seems good. We did a video on him. Like, we're happy with it. It's not like we have any crazy expectations for him. But Conceição, I don't know. Yildiz, again, I don't know. Because we just don't have the body of work for those two. If those two become the thing that you need, great. You also have Nico Gonzalez on there as well. What is Koopmeyers going to do? Is Locatelli going to take that step forward and shut anyone out of the competition for that midfield? Because the only one that's a lock is Thuram. Locatelli, to me, is not someone that locks his position, and the only way he's out of the lineup is if he's injured. Has he done that? Has Locatelli become that guy where he's starting every single game unless he doesn't matter if he's in bed with Beyonce, he's playing every minute? Like, has he shown that? Or is it just because everyone else around him is bad?
He could be one of those guys that unlocks with like the proper support. We talked about the pivot not necessarily working, going to a 3-man mid. Maybe that does it. But yeah, what are your options?
Because, like, for example, in the chat, I want you guys involved in this too. Is Thuram someone that you play every single game next season?
If you can.
Make a poll, Dave.
Yeah. No, you fuck. Okay.
We haven't made a poll. Run the poll, chat. Run the poll.
Make a poll. You want me to give it an old poll?
With my gremlin humor here.
Okay, that's gonna give me a little bit.
Well, of course, like you'll have to find time to sit him down, like in a couple of like Coppa Italia.
Of course, right? Whatever. Like, obviously, German Dave.
He should be your perennial starter in the midfield.
Yeah, we're not being ridiculous like FIFA about it. Like, you got to rest, I'm sure, but like every available chance.
Yeah, like I'm saying, any chance that you can play him, you play him. That's what I mean by that.
By the way, I agree. I agree with even 10 toes, because I don't think we will get a midfielder and that is better than Locatelli. In my opinion, Locatelli and Thuram has to be your starting midfield, game in, game out.
But that's my concern, because I don't see Locatelli, like, for example, if it's actually a decent team or a decent midfield, I don't see Locatelli starting.
No, I know, but we don't have those.
But that's my concern, is because it's not Locatelli shutting the door because he's an elite midfielder. It's the door being closed because everyone else doesn't want to go through it.
Yeah.
That's kind of where my thought is, and that's where my concern is. Where if your midfield is set, that means your top two midfield players, the only reason they're not playing is either because of health rotation or injury.
Yeah, well, let's do
that
this.
Is what I mean from that.
Let's fix my board, because I know the defense isn't good, and apparently I didn't watch any football or any Juve last season, because if I did, I would have known that these guys never played together, which, I mean, they did at the beginning of the season. These guys were injured, two of them. I just put who I thought the three best fucking center backs were, but I'm a horrible person for doing that. So let's fix that. Talk about formation. What is our formation?
Vinny's comment. Sorry, I'm going to answer Vinny's comment here. Out of all the midfielders, like, for example, Coop has a better chance. All the other ones, like Luiz or whoever, has the chance of overthrowing Loca when it comes to it, because Thuram is a physical specimen that none of those other midfielders have and can compete with Thuram in terms of physicality. So that's why Thuram is effectively your de facto number one that starts from your midfield lineup.
No, I have a problem with Koopmeiners, because I don't think he would be better than Locatelli in that Locatelli role, because he's okay with progressing the ball, but he's not a great passer as well. He is good in the final third when he needs instinct and has to act quickly, find a quick outlet. He's good in that, but I don't think that Koopmeiners is good in a double pivot midfield.
He still needs, and it's kind of with Tento's comment, like, Koopmeiners to be effective needs two proper defensive midfielders, one regista and one destroyer flanking him. Like, that is the only way for Koopmeiners to be effective. You have the one that takes away the defensive duties, and you have one that's able to play the ball that allows Koopmeiners to move into space. That is what you need. That's why, like, for example, under Thiago Motta, why I think Koopmeiners wasn't successful is Thuram isn't a ball player, Locatelli's not a ball player. You've effectively got two destroyers behind Koopmeiners that can't play him the ball. And then you also have a 9 that can't trap the ball for shit and Dusan. So with Gasperini, what made it different was you had Scamacca, that was a 9 that could play the ball. Say what you want, folks. And then
back to the goal.
Back to the goal. And then you look at the midfield that was playing, like, for example, you had Ederson and you had some other pieces in the midfield. Again, I don't memorize Atalanta's midfield.
Samajic, Pasalic.
You had ball playing midfielders.
Yeah.
And Coop was effectively able to essentially expose the space and get in and do what he needed to do. That's where I think Koopmeiners struggled, is because he just didn't have the proper pieces around him. And Koopmeiners is a luxury player. I think he is. Because for him to be, I don't think he's foundational, because there's too many aspects to his game that are dependent on the pieces around him. Or if you get those pieces around him to support him, then I think he could be effectively dangerous. And I think that's what Gasperini did very, very well. And that is what Atalanta does very, very well, and which is why they're able to sell players for an insane amount of money, because they develop a system that negates the player's weaknesses by compensating with other players' strengths, and it masks players' lack of ability for certain aspects of the game.
You mean Moneyball?
Oh, right. Where they're able to do that and effectively make a unit that's looks good collectively, but once you start selling pieces and integrating pieces out, it struggles. They struggle because, again, they don't have the supporting cast around them that they need. I think Atalanta might get a reality check with Ivan Juric, because you need two things to make that successful. You need a sporting director and a back office to get you the players that fit the profile that you're looking for, and you need the proper manager to implement said profile and system. I don't think Ivan Juric is that kind of coach that could do something like that. Is he better than Tudor? Look, I'm going to say it. Yeah, I think so. Any coach right now, any top coach in my opinion, is better than Tudor, because You look at the roster that you have in front of you, playing a 3-4-3 versus a 4-3-3, and somehow him finding the logistics to do it blows my mind. Honestly, because like, for example, a guy like Conte, who is stubborn as all hell, sat there and
so adaptable.
Said, fuck it at Napoli. We're running a 4-3-3 because it makes sense. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing this season. So they're going to run the 4-3-3. And again, Mr. 3-5-2, everyone's like, hey, he only runs that formation and that's it. Switched. So for me, Tudor's longevity is dependent on running that 4-3-3 or being able to adapt to it. Because the way that I look at it right now, and even if Dave corrects Gatti on the right and Cabal on the left, Cabal's not a center back for a back three system.
No, he's not.
He's a high pressing fullback or a high pressing wing back, because his interception video, we did a video on this and we called it to the T tactically for those weeks that Cabal was available and was able to play. Cabal is a high pressing defensive fullback that is able to win the ball in the midfield to start a counterattack high up the pitch. So if Tudor plays him as a center back, I'm sorry, but you're dumb. I'm done. I went on too long.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do the 4-3-3. We won't like kill ourselves with this. That look good
with Rui.
Oh, I didn't mean to. No, that was not who I meant to put in there.
I would be careful. I hope.
I meant to.
I was gonna say easy killer.
The people will comment.
I would take off. So I would take off Cabal, and I would put either Weah or you would put Mario there, or Kalulu.
No way.
And you could. I mean, honestly, you could.
I would put Kalulu as your fullback, your starting fullback now.
Yeah. I would use Savona back up to Gatti, in my opinion. Like, try to teach him that. Or Kalulu and Savona. But ideally, I would like another starting caliber center back next to Bremer and turn Gatti into the subs. But
we can't get everything what we want right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for example,
it's not enough. You're paying your starting center back $3 million.
$3 million a season, catastrophic.
Yeah. And I know you hate him, but Lloyd Kelly back up to Bremer.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm fine with that.
Whatever backups. I'm just trying to look at a starting lineup here. Like I said, I don't want to deep dive and talk about
35 million for a player that hasn't proven a lot is a
insane.
lot for us. Not insane. It's below the 50 they wanted from us, but still 35. 35 is a lot for a project.
Stop funding Chelsea's shenanigans. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's a bit much. Okay, so this is 4-3-3 is what we should probably do. Let's look at what we probably will do.
Yeah, the irony of this is if you switch Locatelli and Thuram and you have them on the opposites, but that would have made more sense from a spacing perspective. But are we going to do that? Absolutely not. Because why? Because Tudor's an idiot.
So I mean, what do you put Kalulu in? Like the back three? Who's your starting back three? That's really what the question is.
It would be Gatti on the left.
You mean where I got yelled at?
Yeah, and then Kalulu would be on the right. That's what I think it'll look like.
Cabal.
No, I don't think Cabal starts.
You don't think he goes in?
No way.
Cabal the backup to Cambiaso.
Yeah, I would say Cabal backs up Cambiaso if anything.
Okay.
And then you would have Rugani and Savona as your Savona, Rugani, and Kelly as your backups.
So basically, I got yelled at because I preferred Cabal over.
It's an honest. You just forgot. Who cares?
I just No, I just like. I thought Cabal would be a starter over Kalulu, which we don't know because he's injured, right? Like that's.
By the way, if you play him as the left center back or right center back, in that sense, doesn't make a big difference anymore.
No.
It's just whether you pass the ball cross body or not. So if you turn Cabal into a center back, anyways, the difference in him being a left center back or right center back is not huge. So That comment was overblown, man.
No, that's why I'm making fun of it, because it's just like so like I just threw who I thought the best three would be in any particular, whatever. It doesn't matter. The next biggest question, we don't know if Colo stays even.
Colo's going to be a backup. I think David's going to be the starter. Colo stays as a backup just because Colo's a loan, and German Dave, we lost him, but
it's gone.
Yeah, so I think Colo isn't the starter. I think David's going to be the starter because he's technically a Juve player.
But who's the other? Like, Dico, do you do that?
No, wait. What are you talking? You're running a 4-2-3-1. You mean?
No, I went to 3-5-2 now.
No, we're not going to do a 3-5-2. It's going to be a 3-4-3.
We've seen the 3-5-2 and the 3-4-2. So you think it's 100% a 3-4-3?
3-4-2. There's no way in hell he does the 3-5-2. He always plays with the like the 10 and a pseudo winger right behind a striker. So Yildiz is going to be on Jonathan David's left, and then Conceição is going to be on the right. And then you're going to have a double. You're going to have a double pivot midfield, and then that's going to be Thuram and Locatelli, and then Cambiasso and Mario are going to be your wing backs. That's what he's going to do. I don't
makes more sense. But I mean, we've seen the 3-5-2. We've seen the 3-2. Which one is it?
I don't think he's going to run. I don't think he's running a 3-5-2. I don't see it happening. Tactically, I don't see it happening because he's not going to do it.
Yeah, or I guess the other one was the 3-4-2-1, so we can do more. That's just a variation of it. So as it stands now, again, this is going to change. So
yeah, I think it's going to change again. I don't know what it's going to be. Again, I'm not a fan of the 3-4-3 just because it doesn't make sense, and the players that you have are not really good enough to run that, because you could effectively run that formation with your 4 center backs, and you could use the other ones in their proper positions, because you would just have Bremer, Gatti, then you'd have Lloyd Kelly, and then Rui and Rugani, or not Rui, Savona and Rugani, and you would just have to move one of them. Hopefully you would move Kelly, and you would have 4 center backs. You don't need to have 6. But again, I don't think Tudor is going to do that. I think Tudor is going to run the 3-4-3 into the ground until it splits, essentially. And we're either we're going to be really good or we're just going to be mediocre. And maybe somehow Tudor knows something that we don't, surprises us all, and everybody, we win the Scudetto, the Coppa Italia, and we do the domestic double, and all is well. And we still don't buy any good players after that. But I'm trying to see a way where it would make sense. Obviously, I think the optimism to have currently at this moment, what we can find optimistic at this moment is there's some pieces that we don't know what we're going to get. And what I mean by that is you don't know how Jonathan David is going to affect the offense. It might help the offense drastically well. It might make them more balanced. It might not. That's an unknown piece. Again, factoring in what Joao Mario might do on that fullback position, overlapping with Conceição, will it be able to help you, kickstart your season the first 7-8 weeks until teams figure it out, or will it not? Those are two things that you could look for some, if you want some shred of optimism. The other thing as well, maybe Tudor has them playing a different style of ball. We'll have to see how it looks in the preseason. Once we start doing those preseason games in August. However, based off of what we saw in the Club World Cup, there wasn't much change or much, addition from playstyle. And that's what I mean heavily. And that's what I'm trying to evaluate Tudor is on playstyle instead of personnel. I didn't see much of a difference on playstyle. It was the same. There wasn't anything good. Because again, when you looked at when he played against Manchester City and Real Madrid, he treated it the same as he played against the games in Serie A, where he turtled up and the team turtled up, and that's what happened. Because you look at the first 2 games when we were playing those clubs that you should honestly be beating by 4 or 5 goals, yeah, he turned it up and it looked like a friendly because those teams were not pressing and they were not being aggressive. The moment you had a team that started being more aggressive, more defensively organized, physical, and sound, he bottled it. Like the team bottled up and turned into a turtle. They went into their shell. Serie A teams are going to do the same exact things that they did. So I'm concerned whether or not somehow he's able to find a way to get this team to play aggressive in the next month and a half. Fingers crossed, because I think they're back and they've already started training camp. So hopefully he's able to figure something out, and we'll see. But unless you see certain moves or certain things in these preseason games, I don't know outside of a few players what the general excitement's going to be. If and I asked the chat, are you guys looking forward to this next season? Like, just throw a comment in the chat.
You don't need to ask. You've seen the numbers.
I'm just genuinely curious, because I know we might get some new viewers from some of the videos that we've been posting recently, and I'm just kind of curious.
Perhaps, but just judging by the numbers, not just us, just like across the board, they've stagnated. People want to break from this team. It's depressing. The only people that stick around are the hardcores, and just the Twitter trolls, and well, clearly the Reddit trolls as well.
I think this is how we start.
Get fucking Kelly. What are you doing?
I know, but it's not my decision, right? And we know who played him a ton last season.
Tudor.
We know. Me.
I know, but we know what it will be, right? And I don't know. I don't know what his idea with this guy here is, but maybe he will sometimes just do this.
Yeah, they'll swap.
But
Thuram's the one that's going to get benched more often than Locatelli. You'll see.
Yeah, but I think this is it, man. And so, where did I?
No, hold on. We gotta shut this down. 10 toes down. We didn't go from Osimhen and Gyökeres links to extending Kostic. We didn't. If you wanted to believe that shit, that's on you.
Yeah,
because that was never fucking happening.
Exactly.
Ever.
Yeah, and then we have Kalulu here and there replacement. Savona the same, sometimes here and there. Cabal, we know it as well, will be sometimes here and there. Rugani, depending on whether we will sell him or not, like, can jump in like everywhere at that point. Kostic, I don't know. Do we know if we will sell him or not? There were offers, but nobody knows actually. Osimhen wasn't real, man.
It was under Giuntoli, but Giuntoli got fired. That's why he got fired.
Osimhen was
Jadon Sancho was real. How real was it? Was all fucking real, dude. None of it's real until you get Joao Mario coming for $3 million plus Valenza. That's what happens.
Right, and right now Gonzalez still here, so I don't know. McKennie's still here, so somewhere there, or maybe even right wing back sometimes. So this is essentially our team. And I would put him there.
No, I think Perina's gone.
But why he's there, I don't have another option. All right, then, as a sorry, YouTube comments, if you watch this later, as a placeholder, not as the actual backup, Pinsolio. Yeah, and these guys are the ones here I have at the side.
You're just going to get roasted for having Rugani. I mean, just because people want to hate him for reasons.
Hey, Rugani is a placeholder for whoever.
He makes more than Gatti, so he's a massive piece of shit. He must be.
Yeah.
Don't let BZ see that.
And if we play like this, like we have enough options that can play center back, but I would really, really like another option that is steady. But yeah,
Napoli
has. Hold on. I think, to be honest with you, though, with that one, the reason why they put that clause in on there is because of what happened with Higuain back in 15-16.
Yeah, that was just
16-17. Yeah,
that's
I think that's
ADL just trying to. That's smart. That's what instead of us selling Moretti to our rivals, we should be putting.
I do think, though, to be honest with you, with Giuntoli, I do think there was genuine interest in making that move happen. How would it have happened? I don't know, but I do think, for example, if Giuntoli would have stayed this summer, there would have been a move for him. What would it have worked? I don't know.
None of it would have worked without moving on Vlahovic.
Exactly. Like, I don't know how Giuntoli would have done it, unless he would have done a couple of hand-me-downs under the table for ADL or something. But I don't know how it would have happened. But I genuinely think, and I do agree with 10 Toes on this one, had Giuntoli still been at the club, I think that David wouldn't have been purchased, and there would have been a genuine push for Osimhen.
And wouldn't have been tenable. We're talking about how
I'm
we
not
can't
again.
afford
I'm not.
fucking Hunko for 30.
I'm not again. I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't think there's any way that you could financially make that happen, but I think Gentoli would have tried to do something, whether it's offering Moretti or Dusan or whatever. I think something like that would have happened.
By the way, Osimhen would have been great. Like, I'm not disputing him as a player or name. It's just we don't deal in those numbers. And I genuinely think even Giuntoli would have realized that the budget for a transfer like that is not there.
Yeah, well, he couldn't.
And by the way, if you think about the situation, he wasn't. Even if he stayed, the management was looking over his shoulder, man. There wouldn't be the green light for that.
They're like, you did Coop Myers, Luiz, and
you did enough,
Gonzalez.
honey. You did enough. You go out there and buy us 15 million players and sell our assets for 10 million.
Listen, we saw what happened. He's fired. He fucked up. Nobody's arguing that. We got to move on from that. Move on from Osimhen, Jadon Sancho, anything that looks like you're going to get excited, just don't. Just keep on scrolling.
The one thing I'm kind of curious here is because apparently it's being reported that Tudor wants 7 players and Kumoli's gotten 2 with Joao Mario and Jonathan David. Who are the 5 that Tudor wants?
Oh,
I hope one of them is a center back.
But first of all, how are you going to get 5 players?
We need a center back right now. We need a center back. We need a replacement for Yildiz. Sorry, a backup option, not replacement. A backup to Yildiz. If we sell Nico Gonzalez, we need a replacement or a backup to Conceição. That's already 3, I believe, right? Yep. We need a ball-playing midfielder, which we still don't have. Like, since when was the last one we had?
Pjanic.
And we still don't have a midfielder that can pass. We need that. And in my opinion, honestly, those are the most essential. And then, of course, I'd like some luxury updates on the right side. Maybe Cabal is, I believe, good enough backup to Cambiaso. But honestly, I'm not satisfied with Mario and Kalulu as a duo. Mario is good, but
Molly's looking at this right now, and he's like, I probably fucked up giving Tudor the 2 year, so I'll just not give him anything, let him fail, and just.
I disagree with Osama with Adzic. Adzic is nowhere near where he needs to be. I think Adzic needs to get loaned.
Yeah, he's
and they don't even know how to play those half spaces. That's not their style.
I think Moretti could, but I don't think Adzic could.
No, I don't think Moretti can.
You don't think so? In the middle?
No, not that much to the left. No, he's talking back up to Yildiz, and Yildiz is playing left half space.
Can't do that.
If Yildiz would have been the 10 in a 4-3-3, that's a different story. Then, of course, you can try Moretti and have Adzic there if you need him, or if you try to play him in a weird Coppa Italia game, then you play that. Yeah, but
and how'd that work out? I don't know.
Shoulder surgery. That's how it knows.
No, and even then, he doesn't have breakaway speed. He's not a great crosser. He doesn't have this 1v1 skill. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of look at
that is I hope at least that you can decrease that a bit by inserting Weah into that deal.
I think if you could, I think, like, for example, if you were able to off Lloyd Kelly, you could get Laporte, and I think I would be fine with that because he's a veteran center back that's played at a high level.
What you need to do is go on X and start making up rumors because there's nothing on this.
I know.
What's going to happen?
I'm just saying.
What's going to happen most likely is who cares what Tudor says?
Writes that often enough.
Who cares? Who cares what anybody's saying? Honestly, you got to look at Kamoli. You got to look at our finances, and we will, like we said with Sal. We're gonna end up keeping most of these guys. If we can sell away, sure, we sell them. We can make a deal. But this is gonna be one of those 1-for-1 type of exchanges, transfer markets, right? Like nothing's moving until you sell something. If you get rid of a Vlahovic, sure, you're going to open up quite a bit of space, especially in terms of salary. And then you might see some movements, but you're going to get rid of Weah, get maybe 20 million, make a few million. You're getting a Weah replacement. That's what a Joao Mario is. It's that level, right? So I would just more so err on the side of caution and just get used to keeping people like Nico Gonzalez around and Kostic and these guys. They might sell one or two of them, but I think out of this list, most of them are staying. And at the end of the day, that's going to probably be better for the books. But is it going to be better for the team? I don't know. Because Tudor's going to get fired anyway, so why buy all these players for a guy that we're going to fire?
I mean, could you, like, I still sit there and think, like, for example, if you were able to get 10 million for Lloyd and then you were able to spend 12 on Laporte, that would have been a hell of a move. But I don't, again, it'll never happen.
Yeah. There's just nothing on any of this news.
Lloyd will be here.
Oh, he's going to be here until his contract.
Yeah, all of these guys are going to be here.
We freshly bought him for 21, and nobody will put that money on the table right now. So we get out of that net zero. So he will be here until some of that is amortized, or I don't know, until the team is stupid enough to pay 20 plus. But that would never happen.
So
don't ask me. Why are you asking me?
That was 6 months ago. Go back in the videos.
How
do you know Nico will be sold, though? We don't know if anybody will be sold. We don't know if we can even sell this mofo. And he doesn't even show up for trading. Everyone's up for sale, except these 6 guys, apparently. But everyone's up for sale. Where are all these sales? Is Nico going to be sold? We don't fucking...
They're waiting for him to be free.
You already sold 2 guys.
They're waiting for him to be free. You know, it's interesting because, like, for example, keep loaning Lloyd like Artur. Like, why do we keep just renewing and loaning players? At what point are you just going to let their contracts expire and let them leave?
Expensive.
It is expensive. I'm trying to work it out with Vlahovic right now. It would be nice just to let him leave. You can't afford it.
No, I know, but like at this point, like we're just going to have these players that we're just going to keep renewing to loan and renew, loan. Just
you stretch the salary.
Just eat it at this point.
Yeah. You want to decrease? No, but they try to decrease the dead money, like season by season. Like the longer they stretch it, the less dead money you have on the books. In that sense, it works like in the NFL, right? Because it's a player essentially that's not
works,
there with how
it works if you have one guy on it. We're probably gonna have like 6 or 7.
I'm not saying we're in a good position there.
I don't think, like, for example, I don't think Gatti is an unsellable guy.
No, unsellable, not.
Nobody's unsellable.
Nobody's unsellable.
They're all for sale, but they're the ones that are not actively being shopped.
They're not being shopped.
And buying average, our whole team is bang average.
The positive with Douglas Luiz is that he played brilliantly at Aston Villa, and there's actual interest in him from Everton, I believe, and who was the other club? I believe Newcastle was in there, Man United, but they don't have money. So there's actual interest in him, and English teams don't like to do loans. They want to buy outright and have the rights for that player, so they can stretch the contract immediately with how they need it.
7-8 years.
Yeah. By the way, those are forbidden now. I think max you can do is 6 years now because of the Chelsea loophole where they stretch like 10, 11 years. And guess what? Now they have Mudryk on their books, but nobody knows what will happen with that guy and his substance abuse stuff.
Roids.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna have to find something for Luiz, especially after today. I mean, he is.
Dude, you don't know the power of a Premier League team calling you. Everton, you underestimate like the pull that a mid-tier Premier League team has. Do you remember we lost to who was it?
West Ham for Todibo?
No, which player did go to Bournemouth when we wanted him?
Oh, Bournemouth was
There was a player that we wanted, and then Bournemouth all of a sudden came out of nowhere, put 5 million on top of that, and got that player stolen from us. But I forgot who it was. Dude, mid-table Premier League teams have incredible power, and yeah, it's honestly disrespectful to discount them because they can, and hopefully they will buy. We are dependent on that. Why are you so negative, man?
We also have to think that these are businessmen and not necessarily fans. We're here thinking all emotional, like, oh fuck those guys, blah blah blah. They're businessmen. It's like, oh, you want to talk money? Let's talk money. They don't care.
Douglas, you want to play in 2026? You might want to take this phone call.
Yeah, business is business.
You got to remember, it's a World Cup season.
By the way, Dash 100% right. It's a World Cup year, man. Like, this is a season where you want to show yourself because this will determine on who will be on their respective World Cup rosters.
Unless you're Dusan and you don't want to play for Serbia, but granted, Serbia blows to the point where he's going to play for them even if he doesn't play.
But still, man, like bench him, destroy his World Cup campaign and whatever's left.
Serbia sucks enough to the point where they have to play him. Like it's just
but they don't play him as much anymore.
No, they do. They played him in all the World Cup qualifiers. Is he good? No, but they still play him. I still get to watch him fumble the ball and slip.
I know, but wasn't that because Mitrovic was injured?
No, he played alongside him. They're playing two strikers.
Still the two-man front, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. No, I thought Mitrovic was injured in a couple of them, and that's why Vlahovic played.
No. Dusan's going to be like, hey, he's like, no point if Serbia doesn't make the World Cup, maybe I don't actually have to try to play for him because they won't be there.
Yeah. Honestly, just sit him and lose him in a season with no cost. I don't care.
Just because I want to be toxic, you guys think there's going to be a move for Chiesa by Serie A?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to come cheap and he'll be perfectly fine for a Bologna or Genoa or one of those sausage teams, you know.
He will 100% move. It's just a question on when and to which team.
Yeah,
but yeah, he wants to be back at Italy, and I believe the price is between 10 and 15 million. So Liverpool will make a nice profit on it as well.
You know, I heard they're still using the Coutinho money because they invested all the Coutinho money in Bitcoin, and now it came out as like 1.6 billion or something.
And now they'll use the Chiesa, Luiz Diaz, Darwin Núñez money for Alexander Isak, man. That story again heated up today. I don't know if you guys noticed.
No, I saw it. I saw the meme where someone was like, "What if they took the Coutinho money and bought Bitcoin from it? How much money would they get now?" And it literally, the amount of money had they sold it covered all of their transfer costs, plus enough for the players that they wanted this summer. Yep. So they're like, see, that's what Liverpool fans mean when they say they use the Coutinho money. They just used the Coutinho money, bought Bitcoin, and then sold it when it got high. Conspiracy theories.
We also have to understand, us as fans, like, we don't comprehend this level of money. This is just money changing hands. Yes, there's books. They have to balance books at the end of the day, financial fair play. But, like, it just goes from one person's pocket into the next person's pocket.
It's a Bohemian Grove circle jerk.
Yeah, but it just gets backfilled. It just keeps on going around, like you said, in big circle jerk. You know, it goes up a bit of a pyramid. Sure, you have your Man Cities, whatever, that have a little bit more at the top. But generally, it just circle jerks around, and that money stays with it's just like when the government gives, you know, what do you call it, tax breaks. They give money back. That's to boost the economy. What do people do when they get more money? They go to the store and buy something and pay taxes.
Yep.
That money's going back to the government, even though they just gave it to you. It's like, oh sweet, I got $200. No, you didn't. You just spent it. Gone. Government has it again. Same thing.
Yeah. Oh, Chiesa at Como with Alvaro Morata. Now that would be interesting.
That would be.
I would watch that.
Oh, you're gonna watch it. Hopefully.
Oh yeah.
We'll watch Como, but
Como might be more entertaining to watch than us.
They could, yeah. They got quite the team project putting together.
Serie A's retirement home.
Italy's retirement home.
Man, could you imagine though? Like, for example, me being like 31 years old. Hey, we'll give you $5 million a season to come play at Como. All we got to do is just make mid-table
immediately.
You weren't good enough, Dash. You're gonna have to live with that.
Fair enough, but I'm genuinely thinking like if you're a Lewandowski or someone like that, and like Como just comes up to you and it's like, yeah, we'll give you like $4 or $5 million a season just to like chill here for 5 years. Like, how would you not take that? Lake Como? Oh my goodness.
Dude, how much money do they have?
I don't know.
Their current balance sheet is minus 97 million.
So they have 3 years? They have 3 years to balance. They are the second richest team in Serie A, unless that's changed since I checked a few months back. But yeah, they
what?
Yeah, the owner, the new owner, just dumped money into it.
Who's their owner?
I'll look it up again. Como owner.
I want to have that.
Hartono brothers, Robert Booty Hartono and Michael Bambang Hartono, through their company SENT or Cent Entertainment.
What's the net worth?
It's an Indonesian conglomerate.
Oh, they got money.
Oh no,
tobacco. They're tobacco. Yeah.
Oh, they got money.
Oh no, I hope Chiesa doesn't steal the spot of a young kid like Matthias Sule, who is cooking.
Oh my god, how funny would that be if he goes to Roma and then he just gets benched by Sule? I don't think Gasperini would even want a Chiesa player like him. Unless Chiesa's mellowed out. Unless Chiesa's mellowed out, but I don't think Gasperini would want Chiesa.
Well, he's obviously mellowed out. He's not running around anymore at all. He's just kind of sitting there.
Dude, who does Como, man?
I would move
yeah, because they're also doing a stadium project too, aren't they?
Yeah, I believe they
have to. Their current one has only 1,300 seats.
Speaking of which, J Stadium is the only one that meets the standards for the upcoming UEFA competitions, World Cups. The FIFA standard.
FIFA stuff,
yeah. So there you go. And they are looking to continue to invest into the stadium. So there is that. So yeah, when Daddy Yelkin comes around and wants to inject capital funds, that still has to work within financial fair play, but Daddy Yelkin can put a new roof on the stadium if he wanted to. That has nothing to do with it. So,
it's funny. The only way that those stadiums get upgrades is when the municipalities stop owning them and actually give them to the teams.
Yeah, good luck, Milan and Roma.
Like
who's not going to get to host any FIFA games.
So,
could you imagine if they forced them to pull the bid out, or they only use, like, for example, they partner up with another country and they only use the Allianz Stadium in Italy? Oh god, that'd be hilarious.
Well, they're doing it with Turkey.
I know, but I'm saying, well, what if Turkey has to host all the games besides a few that go to the Allianz?
Is that not what we predicted last year?
Yeah.
It's probably going to happen. It's good.
I think the Olympico will get upgrades. I think Rome won't be stupid. Like, they'll actually do something with it.
Not quickly.
I don't know if it's gonna be quickly enough.
I don't think it is.
Those Italian union laws, man.
No, but because if you want to apply for which one was it? Which tournament?
The Euro.
No, but which year? Sorry.
2032.
So how are you supposed to do that within 7 years to revamp all those stadiums?
It's
like in your application, like in your application, you have to you write a big as dossier with information like who are the contractors for rebuilding the stadiums, are they fluid enough in terms of money, like can they actually accomplish the projects, how much money is flowing into the project, and depending on that the UEFA will make a judgment on whether they can fit that on it. But I don't know how they intend to have.
Sheffrin said he got you. That's what happened. He's like, if Gravina takes Juve out of the Champions League, I'll get you the stadium money you need. That's what happened. Guaranteed. All the stadiums, and here's the funny thing: all the stadiums will get upgrades besides the Allianz. All of them besides the Allianz.
State of the art, right?
It is, but I'm just saying, like, watch. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because outside of Juve, it's Udinese and Sassuolo that own. So I think I would be surprised if the Mapai isn't for the Euro, because that one's actually like you could use that for European competition. Same thing with Atalanta's.
I believe they have for like friendlies and like Nations League stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think Atalanta is doing work or construction on their
Oh yeah,
side.
they're doing a full reno on that.
Like they're doing like the full renovation, because in the last two seasons, was it, they had like
Tarp.
spaces of this stadium. Yeah.
So I mean, it's not us, just us. But I don't know. I don't know if Bergamo owns Atalanta Stadium or if Atalanta has it.
I think hold up.
That's interesting. I'm curious if Atalanta actually has ownership of it.
Who owns JuvEssentials Stadium?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Share it.
Let me make sure
in German it is. Oh, you have it ready. Oh no, that's mine. Sorry, it's in German. Hold up. English.
Oh, the Atalanta purchased it from the government in 2017.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So then, all right. So
yeah, is Sassuolo the other one?
Yeah, it's Sassuolo and then Udinese. Hey, good on Atalanta, man.
No, Sassuolo doesn't.
They don't? I thought they owned it.
I thought they did.
It's owned by Mappe. So it's not owned by the city, at least, but it is owned by Mappe.
Oh, but it's owned by their owner.
So yeah, it's owned by their owner. Their owner owns
that's close enough for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I googled the city of Sassuolo. Sorry.
I think you would call it the Mapai Stadium. Mapai.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get yelled at for pronouncing things correctly again. So, and then as he does own it, so there you go, Blue Energy.
So four teams in Serie A that own their own stadium.
And that's recent, like within the past 10 years and shit, you know, like. All right, well, there you
go. The more you learn, folks. And Como probably will, once they get their stuff renovated, they'll own their own stadium too.
I wouldn't be surprised if
I hope Como kind of stays in Serie A for a while. Love to see it.
That's always good to have the Cinderella story.
It's not even a Cinderella story, but it's nice to have like one of those like mid-table teams that just hang out there, right? That are just there for a while. Like,
well, that was Sassuolo.
Fuck them. No, they're not. No, they were the pain in the ass. They were such a cancer to Serie A. Like, people don't understand. Like, Sassuolo screwed the internal Serie A transfer market dealings because of their bullshit, and it fucked everything for seasons to come. Like, the amount of inflation that Sassuolo did will take years to recover.
Nobody had to pay for it.
Look, I'm just saying, man, they single-handedly screwed the Italian.
Oh, and Frosinone. Frosinone owns their own stadium. The Stadio Benito Stirpe.
Okay.
Yeah, but that I don't think.
Yeah, these aren't stadiums that will, meet the standard.
At least they have one, so their revenue is their own.
Yeah, so, but like for example, there's like those mid-table teams that you just love to see, right? Like for example, I don't even know, is there a mid-table team in Serie A that we love to see right now?
Napoli.
Us? You mean us? No.
No, we will once again finish in the like fourth spot, being too far away from the title fight, and
that's Parma. That's one of those. Yeah, I think Como might be that mid-table sweetheart that like no one hates. They just like enjoy watching
jersey.
Games. I'd buy a Como jersey.
He's gonna buy the Como jersey.
I'll buy a Alvaro Morata Como jersey and I'll just hang it up behind me just so German Dave could see it in spite.
I don't mind. Well, why in spite? I'd be happy.
Because he would want one for himself.
If I want to, I can get one.
You guys will both have one. You guys are gonna buy Como jerseys like this is the Venezia jersey. Was it 3-4 years ago?
No, absolutely not. That was terrible. But on that note, everyone.
Dude, but I genuinely thought of getting that Mbangula Werder Bremen jersey because I think their jerseys, like for 3 years now, they are cooking, man. And with Mbangula, I don't know, depends on if he cooks or not there as well.
I'm sure he will. And on that note, everyone, obviously make sure you like the video. We're going to sign off here. We've been off for an hour and 35 minutes. We'll go on. We started on Raw. We'll go off Raw. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Obviously, if there's certain transfer news that comes out, we'll cover it. We'll make a dive video on it. Obviously, like you saw with that. If there's I want to say a premier, like other team transfer, we'll try to do a dive on those. So like, for example, if Isak or certain other players move over to Liverpool or whoever, we'll make a dive video on that. And we will catch you guys on the next one.
It's not Raw anymore when there's music.
I hate elevator music.
Like a ride to the penthouse.